First of all, thanks to Expansive Falls for giving us the chance to try this update a few days before its official release. Alright guys, on this occasion we'll be testing out the new Labrador Retriever for the first time on early access. So we're gonna start by buying the first dog, which should be free in the first one. As you can see, there are 8 different fur types available, all of them are very different from each other, but on this case I think I'ma go with the yellow because it is like the standard. Oh, and I forgot to choose a name. Luckily now we have the option to rename our dogs, both the Bloodhound and this Retriever, so we're gonna choose a name. What about Dog Destroyer? Yeah, Dog Destroyer. We'll be hunting a lot of dogs today to test out the abilities of this dog, but first I wanna start by shooting some Upland game, mainly to see exactly how it works. Alright, I'ma set it as active. And here we have it. How you doing, man? Ready to destroy some dogs, Dog Destroyer? I mean, the first thing that gets my attention is certainly the quality of the model. It is really well done, the fur looks amazing, and here we can see all the different commands that are available for this dog. Obviously the retrieve option is the one that matters, so we gotta go find some birds to test it out. Okay, there's a hazel grouse. He's down, and now it's time to give him the order to go retrieve it. Let's see. Well, I gotta say that was quite quick. I mean, on this case this bird was very close, so I was not expecting less than that, but it's still a decent start since now we know it works as intended. Although the real testing will come when we have multiple animals on the ground and way further than this one. That's when we'll know if this dog is actually good. Another grouse. Not sure if it is a male or a female, but it's down. So what I wanna see now is if this dog is still able to retrieve it if we go a bit further, like about 80 meters out. Supposedly the effective range of this dog without any trait is like a radius of 100 meters, so it shouldn't have any issue to go pick it up from here. Come on. Alright. Not gonna lie, that is exactly what I wanted to see. So far it's been working good. Good dog. Very nice. Okay, now it's time to begin with the true testing. We'll be shooting quite a number of dogs today to see how it performs in more complex situations. We may have multiple dogs in the ground at once, so this is where we are gonna see how effective this dog truly is at a low level, because the more it levels up, the better it becomes supposedly, especially with the traits. Okay, one down. Let's go for the second. And that's it. Now I'ma give him the order to go retrieve those dogs. One is significantly closer than the other one, so it shouldn't have any issue with that one. And there he comes. Not too bad. Only a few seconds. The main advantage of this retriever is that I can simply shoot as many dogs as I want from this tripod, and with a single click. Like here I just shot 4 dogs, right? So with a single click, with a single order, he'll go and he'll retrieve all the dogs that are on the ground as long as they are within its effective range, which we know is like 100 meters. I mean, now he should go and bring us all the dogs we shot one by one after giving him that initial order, all automatically. No need to give the command a second time, unless you shoot something after he runs out of things to retrieve. Once he retrieves all the animals, it's like everything resets and you have to give him the order again if you shoot something afterwards. Like, as long as there are animals to retrieve, he will keep going back and forth bringing all the animals regardless of the amount, which is amazing. Look at this. I haven't moved in literally like 10 minutes. Just shooting all the dogs that fly over me. And this dog keeps going. All of these dogs after only one click. Now I gotta say that even though there are many good things about this dog, it is far from being perfect, because there have been some instances where the dog for some reason seems to ignore the bodies of some animals. Like sometimes that I've sent it to retrieve a single dog, it seems to reach the position of the dog and then it completely ignores it when it's literally right next to it. Also, in some occasions when he is already carrying an animal, I've seen it literally teleport to a different place. Well, not to a different place, but like 50 meters away from that position. So it definitely has some room for improvement, especially when it comes to fixing bugs, but so far apart from that I would say it is working well. You know what you would expect a retriever to do, at least when it comes to basic mechanics, this dog will be generally able to do it. Okay, look at that. There's an Eurasian teal resting about 150 meters out. So I'ma shoot him. He's down. And now let's see if Dog Destroyer is able to retrieve it from such a long distance. Honestly, I'd be really surprised if he does, because the effective range of this retriever is supposed to be somewhere between 100 and 150 meters, which means that the dog we just shot is probably outside that range. Let's see. I mean, he's going in that direction, so maybe he'll find it. Although he stopped and now he's coming back. You know, he doesn't go further than 100 meters looking for a body, so I imagine that his effective range is roughly 100 meters. I mean, it's not too bad considering that we're yet to unlock the trait that basically increases the effective radius of this dog. You know, if it is 100 now, it may become 150 with that trait. We gotta try that out. Alright, now our dog is level 15 and we can finally unlock the bolt trait, which means that the distance on which our dog will be able to run in its search for something to retrieve will be higher. You know, without any trait, we know that the standard retrieval distance of this dog is about 100 meters, which is not a lot, but now having this trait I would expect a significant improvement. And here we have the perfect scenario to test that out. We have a hare about 130 meters out. So I'm a shooter using the 22 variant. We got her. And now let's see if he can actually retrieve it at this distance having the trait. Alright. Well, apparently it's too far. 130 meters is still too far even with the trait. Maybe 120 will be close enough. Let's see. And yeah, that's close enough. He picked it up. So apparently the bolt trait increases the retrieval radius to about 120 meters, which is not a massive difference compared to the standard one, but is still a significant difference. I mean, overall this dog, even though it is a nice addition to a game, it won't be game changing, mainly because it only works for people that really like hunting birds, you know? It is a nice addition, really handy for that kind of players, but for the vast majority of the community it will simply be another cool DLC that certainly won't be game changing for all the people that prefer hunting big game. I mean, you cannot deny that it will be almost useless for all the people that don't hunt birds as often. It is simply undeniable. Now that's something. A level 3 black grouse. Maybe our first diamond using this new retriever dog. You know, it has a top estimate of 125, which is way above the diamond requirement, but it's not a guaranteed diamond, so it could be a troll. I'm honestly not sure if I wanna approach him to shoot him using the shotgun or if I simply wanna shoot him using the 22 from here. I mean, that is a way easier option, and we could simply send the dog from here, so I'ma do that. Oh, come on, wrong steering distance. That's it. Okay, the body is 117 meters out, which means that is within the range of this dog and he should be able to retrieve it without any issue. Alright, there he goes, he's getting close. Just about to pick it up. What? He didn't. I mean, that is exactly what I was talking about. He was right next to a body and he ignored it. So maybe he won the second time? Oh, come on. Again. I mean, that shouldn't happen, that's a bug. I guess we'll have to get closer. And yeah, at 100 meters he picked it up without any issue. Why did that happen? Well, I have no idea, but I imagine it could have something to do with the retrieval distance. Maybe it's less than 120 meters as we initially thought. You know, maybe having the bolt trait, the retrieval distance is something like 100 or 110 meters, and without the bolt trait, I imagine that radius is probably around 90 or 80. Now let's see a score of this grouse, hopefully our first diamond using this new Labrador Retriever. 120.2, it is a diamond. Barely a diamond, but he made it. Our first diamond with the new dog. I honestly have no idea for how long this guy's been on our map, but I imagine that since the last reset that happened here on Rebonduli Coast, which was like a year ago, I don't remember, but I guess it was an initial spawn because I rarely ever check this area on single player.